Okay, beautiful people, how are you people doing today? Hope you guys are doing well. So, I want to address some things about study abroad opportunities. The first one is to those who are telling me they want to move to the Netherlands, those who are asking me about job opportunities, those who want to study abroad in 2026, then those who are asking me several questions about study abroad opportunities. The first place to verify this information or to check information regarding this is my YouTube channel or other people's YouTube channel. The second place is to use Google. The third place is to check my social sites. And if after doing all of this, you still don't trust anything or maybe you doubt any information, the next thing to do is to check those links up there and book a one-on-one call with me. Thank you so much. That's the only way out. Now, let me address something. Those of you asking me, Milton, you want to move abroad and work, I do not have the capability or capacity to give you people job offers, to give you people job opportunities. That is why my area of expertise is only study abroad opportunities because I've been to several countries, so I understand and I've done a lot of research with regards to this, so I know what it means and the things it takes to actually study abroad. You get? So I cannot involve myself in something I do not know. Now, I see some people bringing offers to me claiming they are job offers. 95% of those things you are bringing to me are fake. This morning, I actually checked another offer. If you look at some of the things, they were just squeezed and put together and given to the guy. Well, it's all left to you to decide on what you want to do. I am only a messenger. Point number two, those of you telling me about asylum is Aduro. Maybe you watch my video on YouTube and I talk about Aduro, not that it is about asylum. If I tell you that this route is not the best route, I see some people arguing. I blocked somebody this morning on my FB platform because he didn't come constructively, he rather came disrespectfully. Okay, you cannot come to my platform and you try to disrespect me. I don't tolerate that and I will leave you out of the platform. It's simple. We can differ in analysis, but please, I have said many times that if you wanna, the reason I did that is because I do not have time to start arguing with people, and it takes me a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of sleepless nights to build my platforms. I did not build it on the type of way some of you think. Okay, so I am here to teach people. I'm not here to massage people's ego. So if I say something, it means it's what I know. For example, I said the best methods to immigrate is using the student pathway, using the PR, but unfortunately, PR is only for those moving to Canada. If you want to get PR in Europe, you have to come here through a different method, then find yourself in, then later on you can get PR. Now, I didn't say that those who want to go in for Aduro, they shouldn't go in for it. If you watch my videos on YouTube, I always say that some people cannot afford the study pathway. I always say that some people does not have academic qualifications. Now, what are we going to do in this case? The best thing is we cannot leave some people behind. If you can apply for a Schengen visa or a visit visa, then when you go in, you ask for Aduro, but you need to make sure that you actually know what Aduro is all about. You need to read more about Aduro. Some people do not know that after taking this Aduro, they might never go back to their country except they are citizens in these particular countries. I have been saying it very clearly. So I don't understand why somebody will come in a disrespectful way. That's by the way. Somebody was equally asking me about admissions to Denmark. Again, anything work visa, working abroad, do not ask me. I'm not the right person to ask such information. I have said many times that 95% of employers abroad will only recruit skilled professionals and those that they deem qualified. I didn't say that you cannot get an offer, but ask yourself, this job you are applying for, are you going to get into the job? Sometimes it's not about getting there employment contract because these guys, they are very smart, but they know I know all these things. right? You have to be technical, you have to be tactical. Don't just look for it, pay millions to people. At the end of the day, you come and start blaming me. I have said it many times, don't ask me anything about job offers. Come in here, find a way. If you want to come through, then maybe seek Aduru, fine and good. If you want to come study, then later on, you naturalize, maybe find a job. Then after that, you maybe get your PR. After that, you get your citizenship. Then fine and good. I am just a messenger. Now, the other people were asking me about, Milton, what bank can I use to study in Switzerland? That is to say, I want to apply, but I do not know the bank to use after I get admission. This is the banks you are going to use. According to the Swiss authorities, the banks you are going to use to deposit your money, because of course you have to do what we call the blocked account. The money is 21,000 Swiss francs after paying your tuition fee, and then the money cannot be in our local banks in Cameroon or in Nigeria or in Africa. It has to be in a bank that has an affiliation to Switzerland. Now, if you look at the list, they call the list the FitNaps group. I have done a couple of videos on this on my channel, so I expect you to verify. They call them the FitNaps group, and if you apply for any school in Switzerland, note that that is the banks your money is supposed to be inside. Then you print the receipt. An example is a bank called SJC. I don't want to start calling their name because I'm not promoting anybody here. Verify the details and then you drop your application. Schools are open now for February intake 2026. Till we meet again in Europe, if you move abroad and you want a future on my site, you want to share your experience, you want to encourage somebody, let me know. Yeah, you can just indicate somewhere, maybe drop a DM. I do not know when I'm going to check. There are many, but again, I'm going to send the information to my YouTube channel in case you maybe want to share your journey. Then we are open to that. I've been struggling to find jobs to work in a country out of Cameroon, but to no avail. I am a Cameroon. I am from Cameroon. How do I get it? Another person said, please, I am in Cameroon. Well, I see your names, but I cannot call your name. You guys know already. The messages are just too many. I don't even know where to begin. I think I have more than 80 here. Now, to those people who are telling me they have been looking for jobs, it's not going to be possible because, let me tell you, employers abroad, they don't just recruit. These people, they have immigration procedures or processes they have to take into consideration. And these processes are going to cost them money. When we mean money, I'm not talking about maybe 600K a year. We are talking about money more than that because there are some papers they need to sign, some permits they need to get from the government. Now, before they start looking for somebody at home, or maybe somebody who is home, to bring the person over here to work, they need to consider all these factors. They don't want to just bring any type of person in here. If they must bring somebody, they also need to verify that the person is not within the EU or maybe in this particular country. Okay, then after that, they will now put a job opening. That is when you back home can now apply. Now, when you guys apply, remember, you are not the only one applying for this job. There are many other people applying from India, Pakistan, Nigeria, Sri Lanka, Indonesia, and so many other countries in Asia, right? Now, they might just need one person, and you people might be 500. Do you already see the disadvantage here? You cannot get the offer. Now, even when you get the offer, there are steps to get the offer letter, the final offer letter to apply for this particular job. Now, one of the steps is you have to go through interviews. I see some of you bringing job offers to me. When I ask you, did you do interview? You'll be like, oh, the agent didn't do interview. Is it the agent that is supposed to do interview or you? You are the one who is applying to come and work. That is to tell you that what? That your thing was printed in a house, maybe somewhere in Bokwai or maybe in Bonaberi. No employer in Europe gave you the offer letter you are keeping. It was printed by somebody home. You have to be technical and tactical. Now, you already see the disadvantages of applying for jobs. It's not all this kitchen job you see. All these things, they have people here who can do them. These are the type of things we as students can do here. right? So, if you are struggling to find a job to move abroad, I have been saying these things and I will keep telling you this is the advice. I myself, I applied for jobs, but I was looking at the possibility of getting the job. It was not working out because you have to be thinking, right? I was thinking before I even started school application, I had done 50 applications for job. I think there were 48 or 49 thereabout. That's why I just said 50, right? So I noticed that some people didn't reply. Employers, two employers in the Netherlands replied me. They actually said, if I want to work here, I need to know their language. And some other person said something which I don't want to disclose here. That was why I said, okay, these other countries didn't reply me. These other people replied. It means there might be prospects somewhere. I decided now. Then I was checking some other videos, doing my research. Then I came across somebody who was also checking for jobs, but at the end of the day, it was hard. She came in through the study pathway. Then I decided now that, okay, I do not have the money. What can I do? I structure myself. Then that was when I applied for job offers. So you have to be technical. You have to think about these things. It's never going to be easy to get a job from back home. I can't even lie to you. That is why I am of the opinion that if you have some little money, save up more, talk to friends, talk to family members. But again, remember, they don't owe you anything. You just have to plead. If it comes your way, it comes your way. You pick it and you travel. My only opinion is that the fresh air I'm breathing here is good. The food security is top notch. Nothing will ever happen to you. That's why I'm advocating for young people. Now look at what is about to happen in October in our country. Do you think there is hope? There is no hope. Yes. So I'm advocating for people, try opportunities that will bring you through the academic pathway. If you have O and A levels, it's enough. Look at some of these countries. Sit down and watch videos. Some of you want to move abroad. You do not want to watch videos. I take off my time and do research, but people are, are not interested. They are interested only in blessing CEO, which is not an issue. But again, my advice here is if you really want to move abroad, you have to structure yourself well. Sit down and do research, right? Don't be looking for these things called job because at the end of the day, you are looking for the short route, right? You do not want to study. I understand. But at the end of the day, what if you lose your millions? You have to be tactical. In the case you apply for a school, you put the money in your bank account, right? If the admissions team does not give you an offer, fine, your money is in your account. Maybe you have to pay somebody to get the offer, maybe to do one or two things. It's understandable, but your millions will still be there, seated in your bank account. When you get the admissions, you now look for the videos that are talking about visa requirements and everything. There is a consultation. You can book a call with me. We talk about these things and you are good to go. But again, please, if you are looking for job offers in 2025, I will advise you try to save up money when it's maybe like 3.54 million. 3.5 is even looking so small now. 4 million, 5 million ahead. You start looking for schools, apply for schools. It's important. This is just an advice, okay? Then I think this is all. Now admissions is open for those or in countries that accept February 2026 intake. An example is Denmark, Switzerland. Hungary will start very soon. Lithuania is open for some schools now. And I have done a couple of videos on my YouTube channel. So please verify them. It's important. All right. International students, come closer. Come closer. Let me tell you guys something. When I make videos, I make the videos for all of us here to learn from the videos, and then we take one or two things. And I equally say that these videos I do is for those who are still back home and those who still don't understand, so that they don't lose their millions to people promising them fake things. Now, I've been doing a lot of videos about Sweden, and I expect most of us who wants to move to Sweden to actually check those videos, but some of us are not doing it. Now, why am I saying this? Few days ago, someone showed me a screenshot, and when I look at the screenshot, I don't know, probably he already started applying for programs in Sweden. And the programs he was showing me bet 7.5 ECTS. Some carried 15 ECTS. I have said, please, if you haven't listened to my videos, and you are getting it now for the first time, you do not need to apply for such programs. Those are short courses. When you go to universityadmissions.se, what you should be applying for as an international student that would need a residence permit to migrate to Sweden when lectures is about to start, you need to apply only for courses that are at least 60 credits, 1 year programs, 90 credits or 120, 2 years programs, or those that are 180, 3 years or 3.5 years. If you are applying for any course, you go to universityadmissions.se and you are applying for any course that is at least, that does not have at least up to 60 credits, you are going to see it. It's always there with the tuition fee, how much you are going to pay immediately you get admission. It's always there. If you apply for any course that is below 60 credit, you are risking your own self. Because one thing there is, even if you take the course, which is less than 60 credit, how are you going to convince the visa officer? You need to start thinking about this. Because Sweden is not like the Netherlands or maybe Denmark that is not that serious when it comes to visa application. Sweden needs to know why you want to study in Sweden. So, first thing first, do not apply for any course that has anything less than 60 credits. 60 credit courses are 1 year programs and they are usually the cheapest. And I know why most of you are choosing 7.5 and 15 ECTS because you don't know. Point number one. Two, you haven't done proper research. Three, you are looking for something very cheap. No program in Sweden is going to cost you less than 2 million for deposit. Remember, you have to pay 2 times. 2 times because Sweden charge per semester is the same thing like the Denmark, right? Yes. So when you are checking, also check the tuition fee. Some people are equally asking me, Milton, how cheap is Sweden? I don't understand that question of how cheap. Please always verify. It is important you know all of these things before you begin to avoid mistakes. Everything is on universityadmissions.se. Everything is on the Migration Vacate website in case you are looking for opportunities to apply for visa and the various visa categories. Then, in case you still don't know, go to Google and do some research. Check my YouTube channel for longer videos. I hope this is going to help you. We meet again in another one.